Welcome to Poland. We're in Gdynia, Poland. Port of Gdynia. Almost done with us, huh?
Thank you. Enjoy your time.
You too. We're here in Gdynia? Gdynia. Not Gdansk, yes. But we're here in Poland. Well, how about that? We're trying to find our bus. It's supposed to be Mr. Shuttle. What a name. Hope it's okay. Right, the concentration camp.
I will turn on the engine and I will go with you. Just a minute.
Concentration camp. Yeah, I see people with backpacks. See it? Huh?
This is when the war ended then.
Yeah, I think it was 45.
Okay.
Starting our tour of the concentration camp.
Made of red bricks. They kept dogs, animals, 20. Person tried to escape. Dogs unleashed.
Yeah.
You would be surprised, escaping impossible from early beginning. Camp located in the forest. First prisoners transported to the forest and people surprised. What's the problem? Escaping from the forest at night. Impossible. You will find out. They tried to escape, but impossible. Behind trees, white villa. Commandant lived over there. There is white villa. Two commandants, Max Pauli, Paul Werner Hoppe. You shall see photos. Big building, commandantur. Bureaus for German officers, kitchen for German officers. Today we have archive, a lot of documents. Camp was international from 1942, people from different countries. Not surprised, people from different countries, former prisoners, friends, relatives are coming. Group of those who survived very small because of age, but still coming. This week, person came from America. My mother was in Stutthof, and we found the document. We have 80% of original documents. Person came from America 7-8 months ago. My mother was in Stutthof. I was born in Stutthof. You shall see conditions. They did not care about children, but he said I was born in Stutthof. We were really surprised. We tried to find information. We have a lot of documents. And we found the document. He was really born in Stutthof. How he managed to survive. Very interesting story. I will tell you. Not now, but very interesting story. In any case, our museum, very small. Today you shall see few buildings, 4 barracks, gas chamber. Our museum very small. And now I will try to explain it to you why. Our museum territory, 20 hectares of space. former camp, 120 hectares of space. Our museum today is very small, and now my plan, I will try to explain it to you why. Please, big building, gray color, our museum, 20 hectares of space. Former camp was much bigger, territory measured, 120 hectares of space. How come? The war ended, Germans escaped, new borders in Europe, people were coming, people needed materials. Everyone would come. Nobody carried this place. For 17 years, people needed materials, barracks, buildings disappeared. Today, only 4 original barracks. Big building, original, exists even today. Building was needed. Polish soldiers stood inside. Building was needed, even today you can see big building, 4 barracks needed. They kept horses, some barracks called storages. They tattooed only in Auschwitz. Auschwitz, only one place. They tattooed numbers. In Stutthof, number here. Method in Stutthof. One person, one number. Person died. His number never used again. Numbers in Stutthof never repeated. Numbers were given one by one. 110,000 numbers given, 110,000 prisoners. They got numbers. They had to come out. Second place. Everything was... I will take you to the barrack in front of us. Unusual exhibition. Original things taken away from newly brought prisoners. This way, step by step, you shall see how it was. You can take photos for private use. Roof, not original, quite new. It was 2010, 70 years passed. They had to change the roof. What happened when they removed old elements? Under the roof document, 2 former prisoners left us information about their stay in Stutthof. We found documents in very good shape. It was 2010. New information came. We have a lot of documents, 80% of original documents. No information about them. New information came. This way, interesting. Now, we have to enter original barrack. Barrack is original. We don't have too much of original left, but barrack is original. This what you can see also original, and you can easily recognize bits of boots and shoes. We say, third symbol, shoes don't walk by themselves. Shoes were brought on human feet. Sad information, 110,000 people. Even shoes taken away. They got wooden shoes, you shall see. Small shoes, children. When I say child, person under 14. Problem. Stutthof not for children. As a rule, they did not keep children. You shall see everyone had...
Death gate.
Person came too close, he had the right to shoot him. But when he shot him, he had to make document why he shot him. German security, a lot of documents in our archive. In document was I shot him because he tried to escape.
Very first barrack built in Stutthof. Right there.
No, the barrack that disappeared.
In order to understand an independent country, Poles, Germans lived together. Germans dominated. Polish nation about 12%, Germans dominated, but they lived together. They had their own government, they were ruling themselves. Close friend of Hitler came to Gdańsk, Albert Forster. Forster, Hitler, friends. Hitler was best man at his wedding, friends. Forster not only friend, one of the leaders of the Nazi party. What happened when he came to Gdańsk? Poles, Germans lived together. He came to Gdańsk before the war officially started. He started with propaganda. Only German race is proper. Others are to serve them. Polish people, hounds, dogs, animals, only German race is proper. Young Germans liked such propaganda. Albert Forster, before the war officially started, he prepared a document, list, you shall see. Names of Polish people. People arrested according to such document, imprisoned in Gdańsk, and on 2nd of September, small group, 150, transported from Gdańsk to Stutthof camp for intelligence. Bigger groups transported from Gdańsk immediately to the forest. Execution. They wanted to get rid of intelligence, natural leaders against enemy. Not surprised, they knew for whom such graves were. Executed dead bodies into the common grave. Albert Forster. Those who belong to the Polish nation must disappear. People surprised. German soldier execution, okay, but civilian, whom they were? Central Poland. All what you could take with you, what you could carry in your two hands, all the rest had to be left behind. Polish people to Central Poland, families from Germany settled down. 2% Jews, also Jews. Small population, but also Jews. Among them intelligence, they were running businesses. Stutthof for intelligence. Not surprised, Jews. First group of prisoners, 150, among them 5 persons, Jews. Today we know even names. Next exhibition, faces, first prisoners. Arrested in Gdańsk, 1st of September. The war officially started on 1st of September. Polish people arrested in Gdańsk. And the same face, the same person, you can easily recognize here. Arrested on 1st of September. He was in Stutthof and he built first barracks and buildings. As you know, the very first barrack you can see now. First prisoners used their own dresses. They got stripe material later on. And this way interesting because you can see the same person. Escaping was impossible. There were 2 reasons. First reason, propaganda. While passing you can see first prisoners, original photos, and German newspaper. 2 weeks passed, not even 2 weeks. Information was given to German people. What information? This camp Stutthof prepared for dangerous criminals, murderers, rapists, arsonists. What happened when person managed to escape from behind the wires? No one would help him. Propaganda, no help. It was 1995, great meeting of those who survived Stutthof. Former prisoners came, they spent 3 days. They came from different countries, they recollected us what happened. One woman, is it possible to find a person who lived in the village in 1944? I was in Stutthof. They found a man. He lived in the village. Meeting. Max Pauli, commandant, lived in White Villa. Building exists even today. Small cages for rabbits. They kept rabbits for German kitchen. Camp in the forest. People surprised. 2 weeks before the war officially started, 2 weeks earlier. Prisoners from Gdańsk, popular criminals, transported to the forest. Popular criminals from prison from Gdańsk transported to the forest. Glade in the forest. Out very quickly. 1940, territory measured 4 hectares of space. 1942, 12 hectares of space. Finally, 120 hectares of space. Original photos. You can easily recognize barracks. Barracks disappeared. Forest again. In the territory of the camp, to be bigger, bigger, bigger. According to the plan, this camp should be big enough to hold in one day 100,000 people. In one day. Their plan did not succeed. Concentration camp Stutthof, 120 hectares of space. We stay here. The very first barrack. We stay here. Big building, today archive, death gate, we stay here.
Okay.
Himmler came. Himmler came only this, 12 hectares of space. Intelligence, barracks, different shapes. Cages for rabbits, garden for German kitchen. Only 10 barracks. 3 rows of barracks. Each one barrack in one shape. 60 meters long, 12.5 meters wide. People from different countries, new name, concentration camp. Everyone had to work. Some prisoners employed under the roof, 2 big buildings, 10 barracks called workshops, prisoners called specialists employed under the roof. They were producing spare parts for German aeroplane Focke-Wulf. For German, we have to come out. Conditions.
Women's block.
Yeah.
Yes, not surprised, you can see women's block. All prisoners. Neighbor, night, fog, information. Person should disappear as a person who enters night. How it was? It was a man, there is no man any longer. Disappeared. And unimprinted, they were secretly killed. Sentence of death. No witnesses when they executed them, person disappeared. And unimprinted to those whom they called terrorists, spies. This is what you can see now, Red Scar uniform.
The uniforms.
This is what you can see now, typical stripe material. Wooden shoes, typical for concentration camps. First prisoners, they use their own dresses. 1942, new name. Person was against Hitler. He did not want to cooperate. Reason enough, to Stutthof. Red, political prisoners. Green, criminals, he committed crime. For crime committed, he was transported to Stutthof. Criminals, green. Pink, homosexuals. In Stutthof, very small group, 50 Germans. Jews, yellow. Jehovah's Witnesses, religion. Asocial, beggars, homeless, prostitutes. 6 different reasons why. Kind of resistance movement. Problem, they needed material. For example, small piece of paper. Yes, prisoners built barracks themselves, and when first barracks built, They slept on the floor. No beds. Straw, small system of German concentration camp system, camp outfitted with wooden beds. It was 1942. Triple box, cruel wood, only 80 centimeters wide, 2 meters long. There were mattresses. This is in Polish language, former prisoner. In 1944 we slept 4 out. Dead bodies piled up in front of the barrack, dead bodies to crematorium. Former prisoners are coming, very small group because of age, but still coming. In 1996, former prisoner came from
That's all.
This what you can see, original pots, max, camp regulation. 1,000 calories per person per day. 1,000 calories a day, not enough. Everyone had to work, they needed 4,000 calories a day. Camp regulated in the camp hospital. Dead bodies to crematorium. In German concentration camp, poison injected. Everyone had to work, no matter who he was. You can imagine, person was very weak, not needed. Poison injected. Method, how to get rid of those who were very, very weak. Watch your step. This is what you can see now. Washroom, bathroom.
Going to the crematory now.
And now you can imagine barracks, bricks, concrete, not original. They organized our
Going to the crematory. It is sick. The crematory, you see the Jewish Star of David.
to crematorium, how it was. Everyone had to. Person is too young, too weak, not needed, on the left. Person is strong, in good condition, to the right. Those who were not needed, too weak, too young, immediately here. Gas chamber. But prisoners cheated. They were told. For example, first group, 77 persons gassed in the gas chamber, they were told, you are very weak. You will go to better place, hospital. But you have to wait for transport. You can see wagons, train. Prisoners cheated. 77 persons inside. The door would be closed. There is small opening in the ceiling, and material named Cyclone B would be filled in. You shall see Cyclone B. Cyclone B exchanged into the gas. You can see original furnaces. Produced in Berlin, factory Poli was producing furnaces for was going to the end, front was coming, Germans blew up building. Small pieces of human bones. Unusual exhibition. Crematorium. Behind the glass, Cyclone B, material used for killing people. Who invented Cyclone? Come with me, person came. No windows, no witnesses. Person shot in the back of the head, dead bodies burning, person disappeared. Maybe those Germans ordered evacuation, and prisoners, they had to go westwards. From one place to new place, day by day. Front was coming, villages liberated, they got freedom. One woman, she recollected us. 200 women, we were locked up in a big shed. Problem, next day in the morning, no one opened the door. Women in great panic must be evacuated. Those who were very big, 5,000 prisoners, evacuated by the sea, using barrages boats, sea evacuation. And original photos, those who survived, picked up, transported to hospitals. Sweden gave help to many of those who survived. Problem, how did they punish those who committed crimes? Next room. Why opening Cyclone B would be filled in? Crematorium building does not exist. Germans blew up a building, rebuilt. He was transferred to Neuengamme. It was bigger camp. He became commandant of Neuengamme. The war ended, he was taken to the court for crimes committed in Neuengamme, capital punishment, sentenced to death hanged. Second commandant Hoppe, he was in Stutthof up to the end. For crimes committed in Stutthof, 9 years of imprisonment.
Gas chamber. Monument.
Yes, you can stay in the shadow if somebody prepares shelter. In any case, we have seen the oldest section, there were barracks. Garden. When Himmler came on 2nd of September, people were coming. Officials, former prisoners.
We're going to where the new barracks were built.
Himmler came, only this, 12 hectares of space. Decision, camp should be bigger. There were barracks. Today we can only imagine white foundations, barracks. Recognize big building, kitchen, dark roof. Never used as a kitchen but official name. From kitchen to crematorium 500 meters, barracks. Kitchen was in the middle of the camp, there were barracks to the opposite side, forest again. But kitchen give us some idea how huge this camp was. What happened 8 years ago? They found a person, his name Bruno Day, he was a guard in Stutthof.
That's where the barracks would have been. They made it bigger to accommodate more people, including Jews. Sunday. We're on the beach, I guess.
But it sounds like there's really poor opportunity in terms of like job opportunities for young people. Quite high.
A Polish beach. A lot of people here Sunday.
Briefly, and we will need to go back.
Oh,
Just
okay.
briefly
Oh,
looking.
oh.
Just briefly looking, and we will back, okay? And there is the boat.
Now look at a submarine here on the beach. Just like that, we're back. Where? Where'd they go? Bye-bye, Poland.